What's up, everybody? It is New Year's Eve, December 31st, my birthday actually. I'm back in the rifle stand where I saw that buck back in early December. As much as I really don't like hunting this way, it's been really tough going on this property. This is my home farm, and this is my highest odds of getting a shot at that buck. The deer here are just extremely unpredictable. Sorry about that. The deer here are just unpredictable, and this is my best shot at getting a shot at this deer in the last week of the season. It's a little warm today, and the wind just wasn't right for my bow stands to hunt this buck. So I'm in the rifle stand. I've got the boomstick with me today. I can reach out and touch him, so hopefully I get a shot at him today. Y'all stay tuned. Even a shot at getting, a shot at some pigs maybe. So y'all stay tuned. It's sure to be exciting. So I've got two does about 350 yards away on the neighbor's property again. And I've been hunting here for a long time, and these does and all these deer like to congregate on this section of the pipeline that is a high point. A couple reasons I think they do this. One, I think that high spot on that pipeline gets flooded. Never gets flooded, actually. The low spots get flooded quite often because we're close to the river. I think that high spot grows better grasses that they want to eat more often, obviously. But the second thing is thermals. I think that the thermals rise up to them on that high spot. They like to be there because they can smell a little bit better. We don't have a whole lot of topography in this part of the world, but that little bit that is there, I think the thermals pull up that hillside and they like to feed there. So that's just something I've always seen on this property. There's two does out there now. I'm going to keep an eye out. Maybe a buck will come out. This deer made it onto my place. Now it's getting interesting. As you can see, zoom out a little bit and show you. This pipeline has oak tree limbs overhanging it, and I'm pretty sure that's what these deer are eating. I'm pretty sure they're eating acres that have dropped into this pipeline. The deer are really starting to move. I've seen a few more further down the pipeline. They're going to start moving here pretty quick. Well, that's it for this evening. Ended up seeing 4 does. There was 3 does out, and then right at last light I saw a deer coming off in the woods. I got all kind of jacked about it, and turns out that it was another doe by herself. So ended up seeing 4 does. Where I hunt here in East Texas, you can't shoot does after like the 15th of January or 15th of November or something like that. So can't shoot does anymore, or I would have taken a doe. But anyways, that was a good sit. Saw plenty of deer. Hopefully I can get out and hunt more this week. Hello everybody, it's January 4th. It's about 3:30. I am set up on some more family property that I've been hunting for a long time, and this property is actually one property over from the property that I've been hunting on for the past few weeks. It's actually the same pipeline that runs through that property, runs through this property. So I'm about 800 yards to the west of where I've been sitting. Same pipeline. There's going to be different deer over here. I was talking to the landowner that's in between my two properties. He says he's been seeing a lot of movement in my pipeline lately. I haven't hunted here in about 3 or 4 years, so I decided since the last weekend of season I'm going to get out here and see if I can catch a buck crossing this pipeline here. What this property is about 100 acres, and 80 acres of it is planted in pine trees. At the end of this pipeline is a creek where there's a few hardwoods that are drain that runs through this pine plantation, and the deer tend to cross in that area. It's probably 150 yards in front of me. So I'm going to sit it out here this evening, Like I say, I haven't hunted this property in a long time, so I'm really not sure what the deer activity is going to be like here. So y'all stay tuned. Maybe I can get a buck to come across this pipeline this evening. Just had 2 does and a small buck shoot across the pipeline. I was fiddling with this camera, taking some still shots, and didn't quite get the two does on film. But I got a short glimpse of the buck on film. He's a little forky. It seems like they're still doing some chasing. The rut here is pretty spread out. But that buck was definitely had his nose to the ground chasing those does. So that's a good sign. Y'all stay tuned. Just had a decent young buck come out on that same trail. It seems that he was following that scent trail. My wind is starting to shift in the wrong direction. Hopefully as the sun goes down, the wind will die. These deer are coming out a lot closer than I was expecting them to. I don't have a ton of cover. I'm just kind of tucked up in this corner of the pipeline between the woods and the fence. So he got a little spooky. Nothing, he didn't blow or anything, just kind of went back off into the woods. But that's a good sign. That's already 4 deer. It's 4:30, so that's a good sign. Y'all stay tuned. Well, that does it for this evening. Ended up having 4 or 5 does come out on the neighbor's property right at dark. So I think this is the last time I'm going to get to hunt here in Texas. Season's over Sunday, it's Friday, but I don't think I'm going to hunt this weekend any. But next weekend, I'm going to be hunting the last weekend of season up in Oklahoma. I have a really nice deer up there that I want to try to get a shot at, so I'll be up there next week. I think that's going to do it for me here in Texas. Had a pretty good season overall. Saw lots of deer, took a really nice 8-point here in East Texas, shot that buck in Kansas. The season's been pretty good, but I've got one more weekend left up in Oklahoma. I'm going to try to have 3 bucks in 3 states. That was my goal when I started this year. I've got 3 days to get it done up in Oklahoma, so I'm going to try to get that done. Y'all, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at DIY Whitetail. Thanks for watching.